The idea of a giant snake has fascinated mankind for ages. The ancient Romans, the ancient Greeks, and I've no doubt Stone Age people had their own stories of gigantic snakes. Up to the modern day, of course. But one story that's not often told is the giant snakes of Mount Chōkai in Japan. And there's even a photograph or two attached to them. So let's get into it. The legend of the giant snake of Mount Chōkai dates back quite far. The earliest reference we have is from 901 AD, from a book called Nihon Sandai Jiksoka, and it says that when Mount Chokai erupted on May 1st, 871, two 30-metre long snakes and countless tiny snakes headed out to the sea. Well, tiny in comparison to the 30-metre one. Some say this might be a sort of metaphorical expression for a liquid mud flow, but there have been multiple sightings of gigantic snakes near the mountain since then. On March the 1st, 1974, when Mount Chokai erupted once again, climbers saw a 5-metre long serpent at the time of the explosion. 5 metres is about 16.5 feet long, which doesn't sound that large compared to some of the snakes of the Amazon, but to put it into perspective, the longest snake ever found in Japan was only about 7 feet long, so if you compare it to that, it's massive. Cryptid researcher Bintaro Yamaguchi said that he received information from an acquaintance doing research on giant snakes, and allegedly there was a couple of 10-metre long snakes that were seen in Mount Chokai. Various Japanese people on online forums have also reported seeing large snakes around the area. This undated photograph is allegedly meant to show the trail a gigantic snake took out of the mountain and into the sea below. A good many years ago, on June 8th, 2009, there was a video uploaded to YouTube which allegedly showed footage from the 1960s or 1970s of gigantic snake paths from the mountain. However, to me the footage looks more modern. It's in colour, and the clothing to me doesn't scream 1960s or 1970s. It's also unsourced, so it's probably quite likely that it was shot sometime around 2009, or maybe not long before. The footage itself doesn't necessarily have to be a hoax, but it may be misinterpreted. I've left a link in the description box to the video below if anybody would want to check it out, however. As fantastic and interesting as the stories of giant snakes are, this one seems to me to be a bit of a myth, but it's still very interesting. Once again, thank you to everyone who watched the video. I hope you really enjoyed it, even though it was quite short, and I hope to see you in the next video.